Welcome to the film school. I'm Chris.
I'm Joe. Cheers.
And tonight we're going to be talking about Waxworks Records.
Oh yeah. So what is Waxworks Records? What are they all about?
Oh, they're based out of New Orleans, so they mostly do soundtracks. So
they don't have any original like artists. It's pretty much all soundtracks, like movies, TV shows, video games, or just movies.
It's mainly movies, really. But
a lot of horror films, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. So what do we got here?
So we'll start off with
We're gonna go through some of these records here.
We'll start off with The Devil's Rejects, Rob Zombie film. Waxworks actually did House of a Thousand Corpses and Three from Hell.
So the trilogy.
Yeah.
Who did the alternate? So they have alternate artwork. This one's by Robert Samelin. That's cool.
It's just a lot of old country, like Terry Reid and
Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, Allman Brothers, Three Dog Night.
That's funny. I have actually not seen The Devil's Rejects.
But,
I know.
Do some really cool.
That's cool. Oh, is it? What color vinyl? Let me see this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
They do different variants.
I don't know if you can see that. That's pretty cool. They look all right? Coming in? That's cool.
They get new artists. They get like artists to do their artwork for their stuff. So I mean, this one was done by you said Robert
Samelin.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the boutique movies that we buy, the Criterion and Arrow and Scream Factory and stuff. They tend to get commission new artists. So that's cool.
Mess with this later.
Moving on. Oh, William Friedkin classic here.
Yeah, Cruising.
We both need to pick up the Arrow Blu-ray release on that.
Yeah, so Waxworks Records actually used like the original master tapes.
Really?
Yeah, and
sweet
new thing. And William Friedkin. There's a thing. Intro to William Friedkin in it.
Oh, that's cool. Like in a book form.
Yeah.
So do they come? Some of them come with booklets too.
Yeah, introductions.
That's cool. If you haven't seen Cruising, it's an odd cult film from William Friedkin, the director of The French Connection and The Exorcist.
But the vinyls they got different colors. I think it's
blue.
Blue.
That's cool.
There's actually 3 vinyls in this set, so it's like
really?
Blue, white,
yeah, I noticed
red.
there's a lot of Germs on there. A lot of the LA punk band, the Germs.
It's pretty cool soundtrack. I liked it.
Is the movie set? It's been so long. Is it? And I think I only saw the Arrow edition has the director's cut, right? William Friedkin cut, or is it the theatrical cut?
I don't think William Friedkin can find that cut. He thinks the studio burned it. So.
Probably. Does it take place in L.A.?
No, it takes place in New York.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Speaking of William Friedkin,
dude, it's underrated 1977 film called The Sorcerer, which was actually a remake of Wages of Fear, which is in the Criterion. It's a Criterion collection.
I'm waiting for this to get a boutique release. Arrow or somebody needs to get on this for the U.S.
Warner Brothers released it. It's got the booklet and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I have it.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's music by Tangerine Dream.
Yeah, German krautrock.
Love Tangerine Dream. They also co-scored Grand Theft Auto 5.
Really?
Yeah. And I have the soundtrack to that, so it's really cool.
But this is a really, awesome soundtrack, Tangerine Dream.
Roy Scheider.
They did Legend.
Yeah. And Thief.
Yeah, and Thief.
James Caan's
Thief.
Thief.
Is another Criterion.
We have the Criterion to that.
Awesome.
Dude, I'm going to drink
Michael
to that
Mann.
one right here. That's a good one.
Yeah, for sure. So this artwork was Tony Stella, which
Not familiar with.
I'm not either, but they get really cool collaborations with these artists, man. And this has got a thing from William Friedkin in it as well.
Which do you prefer then, Wages of Fear or Sorcerer, or do you think that they're equal?
The original, of course, but I mean this has a different
take.
Yeah.
So it's not like a full on scene for scene, shot for shot remake.
Yeah,
That's beautiful artwork. That's one I'd like to pick up. Is that still in print? Because I know a lot of these Waxworks go out of print, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They only release a certain amount of them, and they sometimes reissue them because they. So this next one.
This one's a reissue?
No, this is an original, but they.
But I can still get that if I wanted it, right?
Yeah, you can get it off their website right now.
40, 50, somewhere in there?
I think it was 30.
Oh, that's a really good deal. Because some of these, and this is why I don't buy a whole lot of the soundtracks, because they can be very expensive. But here you go.
Friday the 13th.
The final
chapter.
Harry Manfredini. You see that? Who did the artwork on this one? Christian Bravery. I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I'm not either, but they get like Phantoms. Well, we'll go into that anyway.
We'll go into that in a minute.
Yeah. So Waxworks actually
do they send you? Does it come in that sleeve? That one?
Yeah. It comes
that's cool.
Not all of them are like that.
Right.
Some of them, but yeah, just the artwork's just killer.
That's cool. Nice.
I love it, man. Like,
is this the one with Corey Feldman and Crispin Glover?
Yeah, that's right. Crispin Glover.
It's been years since I've seen this one.
But like Waxworks has released so far all 6 of the trilogy, and this year with the subscription, which you have till Friday to sign up for. After that, they cut it off, but they're releasing part 7 and 8.
New Blood and Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Part of the.
So like probably by next year you'll probably have all the way through Jason X. Huh?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Dude.
That's
I'm
cool.
Stoked. Yeah.
I really like the artwork on this one. I have this one.
Yeah.
In fact, I think you got it for me for Christmas one year, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right, I did.
You cannot go wrong with Joseph LaDuca's score to Evil Dead 2. Plus this artwork. Come on.
Yeah, I think Phantom City Creative did this one.
You know, the only thing that bothers me about this soundtrack is it does not have the piece of music that plays at the end of the film. Dun 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 dun.
Right.
Like it doesn't. But other than that, so mine was on yellow vinyl. What color was yours?
I don't remember. I think
that's another thing, right? They do variations on the vinyl.
Yeah, so you got the Oldsmobile.
Yeah,
yellow.
Like the Sam Raimi yellow Oldsmobile vinyl.
Yeah, Phantom City Creative did the artwork for this, and it's just a killer soundtrack. So
that's such a cool layout. I love it. What color is your? Yeah, the ending.
Yeah,
the back sleeve. See what color yours is. Oh, nice! Wow. That's cool.
I think this was the Henrietta edition.
Someone's in my fruit cellar.
Yeah, they're based out of New Orleans, man. They just do a lot of really, really cool killer stuff.
Well, how long have they been around? Because they just kind of came out of nowhere like gangbuster.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They've been around a few
2015
years.
Maybe? Before then?
Maybe. I didn't think to look that up, but yeah, they've been around.
We'll have to research that. If you know, let us know how long they've been around. This is a good one.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead
by Goblin, who were here last October, unannounced. We didn't even hear about it. Our friend Keith told us
they played at the Metro of all places.
He told us that he found out like the day after because it just went so unannounced. I mean, they're all like a lot of the guys in Goblin are like in their 70s. I mean, they've been making music since the 70s.
But Dawn of the Dead, George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, 1980, was it 85?
No, Dawn of the Dead was 78. Day of the Dead is 85.
Which Waxworks also did, was the Day.
Do you have that one?
Yes, I do.
I think Goblin did they do the music to that one too?
Yes,
okay.
I believe so.
And they also released Night of the Living Dead, right?
Yes, Waxworks did.
You picked that one up?
It came with the subscription last year.
Is it the same art by Sean Phillips from the Criterion?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. I love Sean Phillips' artwork, man. Yeah. So who did this one? Butcher Billy?
Butcher Billy.
No, I'm not familiar with any of these names, so I don't know if they do Arrow or Scream Factory or Criterion. But do some of these artists do more than one soundtrack for Waxworks?
Yeah, Butcher Billy actually did the. I think he did. He did a couple other ones for him, but I don't remember off the top of my head which ones.
That's a good soundtrack. That is, Probably one of the greatest zombie movies ever made. I mean, of course, I'm going to go with Night, but Roger Ebert gave this a 4-star review in '78.
But Goblin, they score a lot of the Dario Argento movies.
Yeah.
All the classic the Italian Gallo movies. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, because they also did Fulci's Zombie, didn't they? Didn't they do the score to Zombie?
I think so.
Zombi.
Like they did Suspiria.
Yeah. They're a really cool band, and I wish we'd have gotten the chance to see them live. That's really cool artwork.
Yeah. Let's open this one up.
Yeah. Does that one have a booklet or anything?
I don't think so.
Let's at least see what color the vinyl is. See, I also collect records, but I don't get as many soundtracks as Chris does. Maybe I ought to start buying more. That is so cool. When there's no more room in hell, the dead shall walk the earth.
Anyway, yeah.
Ken Foray. I love Ken Foray.
I think they actually did a couple variants of this, but...
with different artwork or just different vinyl colors?
This actually came with the subscription last year.
So are the subscription ones that come in these sleeves?
No, they don't all come in. Just some of them do.
Oh, I didn't even see. What color was that?
It's like a purple.
Kind of a purple marble. That's cool. So there's some in this collection that I think I'm going to have to pick up. It's just unfortunate that the last one here is now out of print and fetching a ridiculous price online.
I think this one is too. No.
Really?
It is on. Well, it's sold out on the Waxworks website.
Be gentle. Don't force it.
But,
you know, the one thing I really wish that these came with digital downloads. Like anything I get from Warp Records comes with a digital download, so that you can put it on your computer, your phone, or whatever. But this one right here, God, this is one that I would buy. This is amazing right here.
Yep. Trapped in Ice edition, the thing.
John Carpenter's original. Well, okay, so it's a readaptation. Howard Hawks did it first as a Thing from Another World. This is the best version. There's a crappy remake that's in the works. And I say it's crappy even though I haven't seen it because you cannot top John Carpenter's vision. I don't see why you'd even attempt to. But take a look at this. This is amazing.
Yeah. So Waxworks released this.
What year did they release this? It's got a copyright on there. It's got to be like 2018, 2017, something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah.
So not too long ago.
Years ago, but
look at that. That's amazing.
But yeah.
That's so cool.
It's got a little interview with John Carpenter about the whole thing.
This is in my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
Ennio Morricone did the score for it, so.
Which is weird because it actually sounds like John Carpenter would have scored it. It sounds like a John Carpenter score, but it's the legendary Ennio Morricone who won an Oscar for The Hateful Eight, Quentin Tarantino.
Phantom City Creative did all the artwork for this one as well.
That's the guys that did Evil Dead 2 soundtrack, right?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
They do stuff for Death, like Mondo. They did the Jaws.
Oh, okay. I have that. Yeah, you gave me that Mondo's. He gave me the Mondo. So Mondo's another company that's similar to Waxworks in that they release soundtracks, but they also do steelbook editions of movies as well, sort of boutique editions. But he gave me the Jaws soundtrack for Christmas one year, or my birthday, and it's brilliant. Like it's beautifully illustrated.
This is probably one of my favorite out of my collection. I kind of wish it was like the full score, like the whole shebang, but
yeah, but I think this has that piece of music. So there's a piece of music that's on the original DVD for the menu that's not in the film. It was a cut piece of music. Tarantino used it in The Hateful Eight,
right.
And I love that piece of music. And you're telling me that it's on here.
I think it is. I don't remember. But.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's like...
I've never seen this before. That is cool. That's a cool looking record.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's too bad that that's out of print. I hope they do a reissue, but it probably won't come like that.
I actually bought they did two just a single release with it's the same cover,
but it's just the sleeve.
But then they released this one with a different variant. So I have both variants.
Oh man. Sell me one of them. Nah, I'm just kidding.
It's white. It's all white. The whole vinyl's just white.
That's cool.
I had to get them both.
And I mean, you were saying before we even started this, you had trouble picking from, because you've got quite a few. This is like the tip of the iceberg of his collection of Waxworks.
Waxworks, dude. I don't know. They do really a lot of cool stuff.
It's kind of like me with Warp Records and Wax Tracks and Ninja Tune record releases.
But, like I said, you got till Friday to sign up for their subscription, and they're cutting it off.
What do you get this year? Because last year you got this T-shirt was from last year, right?
Right.
And this was from last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Look at this. They sent him a record bag. How cool is this?
They got a lot of cool stuff coming.
So tell me, how many albums do you get with the subscription?
You get 5.
5?
Yeah, and they're exclusive variants. And then when they release to the public, they're different variants.
So you get the 5 releases, and then they sometimes give you things like what? T-shirts, tote bag, record
I got
bags.
a tote bag. I got a mug one year, pin, enamel pins.
So that kind of changes every year, right?
Yeah.
And do you get?
But I think
throughout the year, do you get discounts on releases and stuff?
Yeah, all year they give you 10%. They give you a code.
Oh, sweet!
10% off, like all year.
So how much does the yearly subscription cost?
This year they dropped the price, $50. It's normally $250 for the year.
So it's only $200.
Yeah, it was $200 this year.
And when does it end?
Friday.
Damn, I might have to. It's tax season. I might have to do that. This is an impressive collection. By the way, guys, we're going to do more. This is the first, like with our Arrow and our Criterion, we're going to do more Waxworks. Because we've heard you, we've seen your comments, you've reached out to us, and you've told us you want us to show off our collection. So we're going to show off more Criterion, more Arrow. We're going to add Scream Factory, more Waxworks, Mondo. We got to do an episode about Mondo releases because I have a few of those too, right. So I might be able to join in on that one. We're going to do KL Studio Classics. They've got some really good stuff. So yeah, we're going to keep these going along with our standard movie reviews and TV reviews. So I hope you guys enjoy.
I actually, so they're releasing, they just announced Sabrina, the Netflix series.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I actually pre-ordered it.
Is it the first season soundtrack or?
Well, it's just soundtrack from the.
Okay, so they're not breaking it up by the season.
Right.
Okay, that's cool.
But it's cool. And then The Color Out of Shape.
Or The Color Out of Space?
The Color Out of Space, sorry, that new Nicolas Cage.
And we had the chance to go see it last week at a limited screening, but we just didn't have the time.
It's coming out on physical media at the end of this month.
Really?
Yeah. So
at the end of January?
Oh, or the end of February. Sorry,
I'll be buying that. I you know what? It's the return. Who's the director again?
Richard Stanley.
Island of Hardware and Island of Dr. Moreau. You know he got sued for Hardware, right? Because he took that story from a 2000 AD comic book. It's the same company, British company that publishes Judge Dredd and Strontium Dogs, which is I'm a fan of. And Hardware basically took a story. It's a story from that comic book with slight changes, so they had to settle with 2000 AD. It's in their documentary, which is an Arrow release in the UK only. It hasn't come out in the US yet, but I've got it. But that's another story. So the guy who directed Hardware and the ill-fated 1996 version of The Island of Dr. Moreau, he's back with an H.P. Lovecraft adaptation of The Color Out of Space with Nicolas Cage, right. And it looks amazingly cool.
Yeah, and Waxworks releasing the soundtrack, and I think the guy's name's Colin Stetson or something. But
pre-order?
Yeah.
Nice.
I guess he collaborated with Arcade Fire and
I like Arcade Fire.
Bon Iver. I haven't heard much of that.
I'm not too into Bon Iver, but Arcade Fire's good. I got some albums if you want to listen to them.
Oh.
Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor, he's a fan of Arcade. Last time I saw him, he had an Arcade Fire shirt on. I'm like, nice shirt. And that's when we weren't talking about Doctor Who, we were talking about music. Anyways, I think the shot's taken hold.
Right? But anyway, Waxworks Records, check them out. They got a website, Waxworks Records, waxworksrecords.com.
Especially if you they seem to specialize. I mean, they do all over. They're all over the place, but it seems like this is their specialty. So if you love movies and you love horror, right? Yeah. That's the way to go. Yeah. And if you love vinyl, if you're a vinyl lover like we are. So, yeah. Thanks for sharing your collection. The first part of your collection. We're going to do more of this because He's got so many.
Yes, I'm obsessed.
There were titles you were throwing out. I'm like, oh, the Warriors. You have the Warriors. You're going to have to bring that on the next one.
Yes, for sure.
Have they done The Exorcist?
Yes, they did The Exorcist.
You have that?
Yes.
What about French Connection?
No, they didn't do French Connection. No.
Well, we got a couple we'll have to look at the next one. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Yes, please like and subscribe. We love you guys.
We love you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next episode. And we've got our 200 subscriber giveaway coming up soon as we seem to be racking up new viewers. So come on back.